All right, hello and welcome. We're gonna be playing today's PuntThenWhine's list from this past weekend. He went 9-0 in a really long. Oh, thank you, Punt. Well, welcome to the stream, and cool. If you can stay around, that's all good. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, we're gonna be playing your list today. There are a lot of things that I like about this list, and that's kind of about it. There's a lot of things I like about it. Number one, I love the threat density that we have. We have Prime Task, we have Karn, Steerings gets Karn, Summoner's Pact gets Titan. We have Dryad plus only one Valakut. I've been loving this. I've been a proponent of this for a while now. This is what I played at the regionals a couple of weekends ago, and it just felt perfect. Like one Valakut is all you need, in my opinion. Stronghold and Sunhome, of course, very powerful and definitely what I want to be doing. One thing that's interesting is that we are actually going down to 2 castles. I already talked about this multiple times where I think that, hey, Han, thank you so much for the 10 months with the tier 1 sub. Thank you for the continued support. Here early for the Neo brand points. Damn, that's gonna punish me at some point, right? Like 2 years from now, somebody's gonna redeem for the Neo brand league, and I'm gonna get super punished. Anyway, we only are playing 2 castles, so we're not going so all in trying to make sure that we can activate the castle. This is probably gonna be like the only thing that I don't really love. And I guess there's 2 things that I don't really love, but Punt has good reason for both of them. But still, I think that the castles, I actually have 50 now because Dr. Jack just submitted again. So we're gonna take them 10 at a time. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I feel like castle kind of. Oh yeah, another sub. Papa John's Napkins. Thank you so much for the subscription for the 8th month in a row. Not gonna lie, I forgot I was still subbed to you. I haven't paid attention to Modern in months since Paper Modern is dead at my LGS, so I haven't watched the streams in ages. Well, thanks for coming back for more, Papa Johns. Really appreciate the continued support. So what I was saying is like the only thing that I don't like is that. So this is kind of like 2 edges of the same sword. First of all, I really like the fact that we're playing 9 bounce lands. I think that going lower on bounce lands definitely hurt the consistency of the deck, and I find myself saying things like, "Well, I hope that I find like a bounce land in the top 6 cards of my deck or something." I find myself saying that more often than I used to. And that, of course, is a direct consequence of us playing less copies of bounce lands. However, this really comes into play in post-board games. When your opponent fulminates or now pillages your castle, it's so much less painful than when they punish a bounce land, because, especially if you don't have an Azusa effect, when they destroy your bounce land with a fulminator, that's very often just game over right there. So, because of that, hell yeah, Ethan with the 11th month in a row. Tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for your streams. You're my only window into MTG right now because I don't currently have an MTG collection. That's rough. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to have a collection. There's like rental services and stuff. I don't really use rental services personally because I just own all the cards, but it's definitely worth looking into if you want to be playing some Magic, especially with everything that's going on right now, with the quarantine and everything. Should have been paper, just toilet paper. Could have made a kill in this economy. I know, right? Instead of napkins. Yes, this is Punt's list right here. 700 extra land drops away from the push-ups. Damn, really? Brutal. I'm gonna finish the stream earlier today just so you can get 700 land drops, Leviathan. Just to troll. Anyway, so yeah, so when they destroy one of your bounce land, that is pretty freaking brutal. And it's usually just too much to come back from. So castle definitely helps a lot in post cyber the games, especially against damping sphere as well. So that is one thing that can potentially be rough. Besides that, I think that bounce lands actually play much better with Karn than Castle does. And I talked about this multiple times, you know. If you have turn 1 Amulet, if you have an Azusa on turn 2, then a bounce land just basically gives you turn 2 Karn, which is really hard for basically every deck in the format to beat. So definitely you're missing on some potential there, and we're maximizing on that potential by playing more bounce lands. But yeah, that is one thing that I wanted to comment on because it might come up during the stream. Things that I like: Crumbling Vestige. I think this land it's not only the PuntThenWhine's special, but I also think it's a great land, and it's probably like the one that I would be trying to fit into a list like this. The interaction with Dryad, being able to, if you have an Amulet in play, the interaction with Dryad is that you can just get Crumbling Vestige, and you can activate Stronghold just with this land. So you can get Vestige, Stronghold, and Haze your Titan, which is pretty good. So that's definitely one of the main reasons why I wanted to make sure that I make room for this card. But yeah, it's just a good land, and tap green on turn 1 to cast your scouts. Even though we're only playing 3 scouts, and that if you're still here, Punt, I wanted to ask you, why are we only playing 3 scouts? I feel like I would want to maximize on 1-drops with a list like this that has so many untap green on 1. But anyway, maybe he already left. But yeah, so a couple of Cavern of Souls. This card is just super important right now. So many bad control decks all over the place. So Cavern of Souls, extremely important. Also an extra Tularia West. We've been playing 2 lately, and I've been happy with 2. But having a 3rd one means that we get access to the Tularia West more often. And we can also transmit for stuff like Valakut or Bounce Lands and not feel terrible about it. Then we have only 3 scouts, which again is the big question mark for me with this list. And a couple of Explorer and 1 of Azusa. Punt has been running this for a while now. Personally, I would kind of like to maybe do something like this. I'm not sure we need 4 Karns, but I kind of want to have access to a little bit of extra ramp, especially if we're cutting scouts, we're cutting explorers, and we're also cutting down on Azusas. It seems like we're cutting down a little bit too much in ramp, and I like to have access to, you know, this is 10. I've been actually super happy with 11/12, but it's probably not necessary. I found the choking point of the deck was threats more than ramp, and for the scout was the worth remaining piece of ramp. Yeah, but at that point, shouldn't we be trying for something like Gracer, which protects Karn better, or shouldn't we just like? Yeah, like I kind of would like to have access to 1 more Azusa. Anyway, I definitely want to play your list before I make any changes. But yeah, as far as the main deck goes, those are the things that I've been liking about this list. Do you like 4 or 3 cards? I'm gonna try this out, and we're gonna see how it goes. I've been playing 3, and I've been pretty happy with 3. Like, it's not that Karn is your main game plan, right? It's not that we're playing Eldrazi Tron. We're playing a better deck, you know. But yeah, in the sideboard, Pact of Negation over here, a couple of Dismembers and a couple of Forces. Rex Sage, of course, and only 1 Beast Within. This is something that I talked about yesterday or the day before. I can't remember now. But basically, I feel like there's less of a need for Beast Within than now that we have Karn, because the main reason for playing Beast Within is because of Ashiok, and Karn doesn't care about Ashiok, so that's pretty nice. Walking Ballista, which is actually, as I was going to say, actually an answer to Ashiok, a potential answer to Ashiok, which is nice. It pings random stuff, you know, stuff like that. And then everything else is just kind of standard in the package that I usually run whenever I play Karn. Walking Ballista is the only one that is not here, and it's interesting. We're gonna see how it plays out. I honestly have not felt any, like, whenever I streamed the Karn list last week, where I think I went 13-2 with the list, and I don't think there was a single time where I was like, oh, I really wish I had a list in my cyber or anything like that. So we're gonna see if it actually comes up. And yeah, Ghost Squatter and Bojuki Bog in the sideboard. I would like to have access to Ghost Squatter in the main deck. Oh, let's upgrade that Ghost Squatter real quick. But yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Found the choking point of the deck was threats more than ramp, but for the was pieces ramp, and Gracie is worth a scout in the current mid, I think. Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually true. There's not that much aggro right now, somehow. Yep, this is the list. Let's go. How about a Golos in the board? Wildly boring. Golos is just not a good card for us. Eldrazi Tron Mikalo. Place it of cards now 150 tickets feels bad gamer. Yeah. Pioneer drop or boy way up. I mean, I don't mind too much, honestly. I got mine for 8 ticks like a million years ago, so I'm not too against the fact that it's worth a lot of money now. So this is a turn 3 Karn. It cannot be a turn 2 Karn because I cannot pact for Azusa. This seems medium but probably keepable. Oh, one thing that I wanted to try out. Bear with me. Because I feel like this angle is better if like I were a hat or something, but I kind of wanted it to be. How can I do this? Let's try this thing. Just a little bit higher. Yeah, it's also closer. Yeah, that's nice. There we go. It's a little dark. Fixed. Easy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this in. Oh, that's right, we were playing Lantern yesterday, so I have all these stupid stops that don't do anything. Well, that doesn't help our cause, unfortunately for us. Did we do push-ups already? Now, I might do some push-ups. Oh, Mog War Marshal? Got him. I guess I don't want to play that out just yet. So I'm just gonna pass the turn. Well, we were talking about Ballista earlier, huh? Ballista looking mighty fine right here. Auntie's Hovel. Goblin War Chief. So I feel like I want to expose this on 0 here. And I also want to leave this in play because I'm gonna play this. I guess I could have explosives on 3. That would have been better actually. Yeah, that would have been a lot better actually. I should have explosives on 3. That sucks. I didn't think about it. I was thinking about playing around the dude that sucks a bunch of dudes. Like the lore that sucks a bunch of dudes. And I don't want those to be destroying my amulet. So I was thinking about playing around that guy, but like it's so much better to destroy the 3-drop. Anyway. And CD Ponty do often need to switch and hope to see better MTG. Oh, I cannot guarantee that. I literally just made a mistake. Just messed it up, literally, right now as we speak. Yeah, look how much better it would be. So we win next turn, so there's that. So that's nice. I'm going to hit that follow button. You can get notified whenever I go. Yeah, exactly, Leviathan. You got it. You know this. Yeah, so I'm going to blow this up. And now we win this turn. Yes, we win this turn. So... 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a Crumbling Vestige, So we're gonna need to Vesuva something here. So let's think about our turn. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pack for a Titan. Then the second Titan. So I can double Titan, but I can only haste one of them. That's not good enough. So I need to activate Stronghold twice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bounce Growth Chamber here. So I'm going to get a Titan, cast it with this. Actually, cast it with this. Leave a red floating. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to pack for Azusa here, actually. So we pack for Azusa. Packed for Azusa. Then second land drop, we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 plus 3 to 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna need to transmute it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to kill here, unfortunately. So that's 4. Azusa is plus 8 mana, but I don't think I have the colors, and I'm gonna need to replay one of these. Yeah, that does not seem like the line, unfortunately. Oh, we have enough to haste. I'm trying to set up a kill, and I don't think I can set up a kill. And that is the problem, because we drew both the Garrison and the Stronghold. So I'm trying to see if there's any, like, convoluted line that it gets me to kill, but I don't think there's any. No, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play a Titan, stabilize against my opponent's board. I could also... I could zombie. I could Karn too. Yeah, I like that actually. So let's do that. So we packed Primeval Titan, play prime time. Yes. We're gonna do Vesuva plus. So Vesuva is gonna copy this, and I think I need a green source because I'm gonna need to survive here. So we're going to get, oh, Burning Portal is in our hand, so we can't get that. So we're just gonna get, I guess, just a forest. Float, float, haste, float. So this casts Karn. Then we can minus for a Ballista, and we can play a Ballista second main, which pings one of these. White Forest and not Castle. I mean, there's really no difference. Here we can go Radiant Fountain, and we have to pay for a Pact. I guess I play around the potential Blood Moon. Seems kind of bad though. I think we just do this. This is probably not the most optimal line I could have found here. It seems important for me to find something here, like a Ballista. Explosives doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be Ballista. Because I can potentially stop one of the, like the dude that kills your stuff. Munitions expert. Just grab Wurmcoil. I mean, we're this prime time is winning next turn. We have another prime time waiting here, so I don't think that getting Wurmcoil really makes any sense. This puts something in the board. Munitions expert. That's exactly what I was trying to play around. Sweet. When are we? I'm gonna stream some Maverick. I haven't streamed Maverick in a really long time. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have to kill this in response, don't I? Yeah, I definitely do. Otherwise, it's just too much mana. And they're gonna have enough to munition sex for my Titan away if they do. But now they can't sack. Oh, it's gonna be. They're gonna have enough anyway. Shit. It's pretty good for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down to 4. They're probably gonna kill the Karn here, don't they? Yeah. That was rough. So if I Asusa, transmit for Asusa and play her. That enables me to find another Karn. So I probably need to do that. Because like I just don't have enough with what I see here. Exactly, we will need to find second T-West off steerings. Wow, my opponent just did some serious stuff over there. Solaria West. We need to find a Karn there, I think. I can find a Dryad here, which block here, we block here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I should be able to pay for another pact, but even if I do, it's just not enough. I still need to top deck here. Still need to top deck. Man, how did this go downhill so quickly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a Radiant Fountain. Just to gain a little bit more life. I mean, we're alive. We can pay for our pacts, but now we really need to draw something good here. Joking, but Pony is one of the Emerald Masters. Yeah. What is the cost for a donation league? There's all the information. Hola, Rulo, ¿cómo te va? I think we definitely could have won this game. Yeah, I feel like I definitely made some mistake along the way. That's for sure. Does my opponent have lethal here? They probably do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, I felt like I made a mistake along the way at some point. I was feeling the pressure of the of the clock, and I moved too quickly. But I feel like I made a mistake at some point for sure. Yeah, this is the first round, Sam. Some nice standing counter after seeing the dentist. Milady, that's what I'm here for. Maybe I want to cut a summoner's pact here. Cars is pretty medium. What is the opinion of Amil in use though meta? I think it's great. This deck sometimes plays Blood Moon, but sometimes doesn't. So I really don't know what to do here, really. Karn is not great, as we just saw. So I might try something like this. I would really like to see whether my opponent has Blood Moon or not, so I could play more or less forces. This hand is a turn 3 Uro into turn 4 Titan into turn 5 Titan. Sorry, no, turn 4 Titan. That's correct. So turn 1, turn 2. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna keep this. It actually doesn't sound that bad. Yeah, this definitely looks like a keep. Shine with the deck on Moto and debating buying it, as it's incredibly cool. I think it's great, and if you're good with it, you do get rewarded, which is nice. This is why I was saying Scout over Uro. I actually do think that Uro is going to be good here. Yeah, it would definitely be the difference between a turn 2 and a turn 3 Titan, but my opponent has so many ways of killing the Scout with those silly goblins that kill your stuff. So we can add green here. Play Uro. Play Breeding Pool tapped and pass the turn. Next turn we can Titan, unless my opponent stops me somehow. Yeah, I don't really care about Damping Sphere. Oh, my opponent's gonna pay Echo? Whoa. That's great for me. Alright. When your opponent pays Echo on Mogwai Marshal, that's when you know you're in a good spot. Alright, what do we do here? Probably field. I guess I don't want to expose the field before I'm able to trigger it, so I'm going to do Toluri West and I guess Radiant Fountain. It doesn't really... Yeah, I actually want to have lands in play, so I don't want to get bounce lands here, even though I would like to have access to red and white mana for now. So I think I'm going to do Toluri West, and I'm going to do... Yeah, just Radiant Fountain. Just game 2, stay chill. Another Mogwai Marshal. Okay. Been going to Magic for the last 2 weeks, just playing online. Yeah, it's just the only thing that we can do right now, right? So see Mana Traders right now. Yeah, Mana Traders is cool. I personally don't use it because I just own all the cards, so it makes no sense for me, but it might make sense for you. Maybe I should have gotten a Snow-Covered Forest there. I wonder. Okay, let's see what this is. Slaying Gang Lieutenant. That's a problem. Let's think. That's a terrible draw, by the way, because now I cannot Dryad plus this. So I guess I need another turn to set up now. Can I transmute this turn? I think I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. If I use a land drop, yeah, because I can bounce and replay Radiant Fountain. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna get field. Well, I guess we actually can't because we need we need field plus bounce land, so we're not gonna be able to bounce both. Yeah, we can't transmute here. Vestige is in play. Okay, so I'm gonna do field plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we're gonna do field plus Vesuva. Copy this. We're gonna bounce itself, and then I'm gonna replay the Vesuva copying field. This saves me more life in the long run. My opponent has 8 damage on board though, so things are looking rough here. Next turn we should be in a good spot though, because I can actually kill this. play the Force to transmute. I think that we just don't have the time for that. Like my opponent is going to double the damage otherwise. Jeez, these goblins, man. I guess this is actually lethal. Yeah, this is actually lethal, I think. Because now there's 2 damage per goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is actually lethal. This is the combo right here. Wow. Impressive. Impressive. I don't think there's much I could have done that particular game, though. I just need to find like a dismember or something so I could kill the sling gun this sling gun something. That was wild though. It kind of made me want to play Goblins. It kind of made me want to play Goblins. Can we play Goblins, chat, now? Oh, this hand is too bad. This hand is also too bad. I guess I'm gonna keep this hand and not be happy about it. Bottom this, and I guess I bottom this, and I have to get lucky. You can do as I please. You're going to 1-4 with Goblins and then be like... Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I put a move to 4 too. I think Scout over Uro would have made a difference. That's very possible. That's very possible. I mean, it would have changed my opponent's play though, right? Yeah, that's actually not bad. Okay, Sim Growth Chamber. Because if my opponent had access to like the destroy your land dude, and then we would have been in the same spot. We would have been able to cast the Titan on turn 4. So we would have been exactly in the same spot, I think, because my opponent would have like killed my scout. That's the worst possible draw. I still think that I have to Karn next turn. Because we're playing against Tron, so I really want to Karn ASAP. No, so the Ponza Emilia and the Infect. Yeah, that would suck. Power plant mine. Got him. Yeah, we're just gonna coding here. We stop the cantripping, and we should win next turn unless my opponent has turn 3 Karn. I guess my opponent did not have turn 3 Karn. Cool. This makes me want to go down to 3 Karn. I mean, I don't know. We definitely want that. We definitely want this. We definitely want this. We might want forces. We'll see. Depending on what Tron list they are on. Definitely won't go Squatter. We can shave Fountain for it. Scout's excellent. Amulet's excellent. Everything's excellent. You know, people shitting on Explorer. Did you see that? People that shit on Explorer. Did you see that game? Were you there to see that game? Explorer is great. Okay. I'm considering cutting Tulare West in this matchup. Wonder how often someone recognizes you know when they get pair versus you. Assume you're playing Amulet, keep sense base and that, and they're surprised when you're playing a different deck. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't happen too often when I'm playing a different deck, but I think it's possible for that to happen for sure. I like Steerings in this matchup because both Amulet and Karn are going to be extremely good. Beast Within is an MVP, Rex Sage is medium. I guess that if they are playing Karn Great Creator, this is great, and otherwise this is not good, so I guess I'm just gonna not play it. Going to assume they are not on Great Creator. This is too slow. Did I just mulligan into this similar hand but with less lands? Yes, I did. Down to 5 we go. Okay. So we bought this and this. Maybe I should have kept the on top green PogChamp. I think I have to give my opponent a 3-3, right? Of course, the 3-3 in play makes my card a little bit worse. But c'est la vie. Also, I'm giving my opponent so much information. Now they know they have to fetch for a tower here. I can't do upkeep because I just don't have 3 mana on my upkeep. Had an opponent may just keep a hand thinking I was an amulet because that's realistically all I play, but jokes on them, I was playing Dredge that they got him. My opponent got Ursa's power plant, so we're fucked. All right, so they still have Tron on next turn. Okay, so I guess that I'm going to spend this turn to transmute for Summoner's Pact. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Another tower? Can we draw a Titan so we can punish my opponent beautifully here? That would only be justice. That's not justice. I guess it might be justice. So we explore first before we do anything. Get more information. Asus our Titan. Yes. Yes. Oh. Can you believe people out there are shitting on Explore? Can you believe that people out there are shitting on Explore, man? It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Why would anybody willingly not want to play Explore in their deck? I guess it doesn't matter what I bounce here. Multiply both games, win anyway, no big. We do have it back to pay for though. Want to make sure we're taking care of that. So we're gonna do green source plus ghost quarter. Well, I guess I want to destroy it. I guess I want to destroy it now so they cannot put a counter the ballista. So they fetch for this. So this is statistically, we know that they have another tower. And they fetch for that, so we know that they probably do not have another copy of that one. Got him! Put a counter or walking ballista. You got it. It's too late for that, my man. It's too late for that. Green, 1, 1, 2. Yes. So my opponent probably might not have Tron because I know they have a tower in hand. Let's say that they have the last Tron piece in hand. Okay? Let's say that they have the last Tron piece in hand. What is my line here? They're going to have Tron and then they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 9, 10. So if I go for Karn plus... Well, I guess I can Scout. I can play Scout and play Karn too. Or I can Field. Field actually sounds good. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go for that. So we're gonna do this first. That way we can protect the Karn. And then I can get Field plus Bounce Land here. That's gonna allow me to get 2 zombies and then to get Karn plus... Because, I mean, double striking doesn't make any sense, because, like, they can just block and go down to 3 and it doesn't matter what they do. So double striking doesn't make any sense. So I think the better play is for me to try to deny them mana. And the way to deny them mana is by doing Field plus Gruul Turf. Porque si transmuto por el pacto azul... Yeah, so the question is, why don't I transmute for the blue pact? The reason is that if I transmute for the blue pact and my opponent plays an Ulamog, they still exile my stuff. Right? I'm giving them enough mana to cast an Ulamog. If I go for this line, then I'm not giving them enough mana to cast something that's gonna kill me. Like, they can cast Karn Liberated, which I don't really care about, or they can cast something else. But I don't think I care. Exactly. If I go for the coding line, they just cannot win. So that's why I think that is the correct line. Because there's just nothing that my opponent can do that can actually kill me. Because they just don't have enough mana to go for a game-winning line. Protecting Stronghold so I can play it next turn and haste a zombie even if my opponent like does something silly or whatever. So they go down to 6. Now we Karn. Minus for coding. Upkeep. We coding their tower. And they should be good. Now, even if they have the last piece of Tron, it just doesn't matter. They just don't have enough mana to do enough stuff to win. Estudio español y me gustaría hablar más con mis amigos. Ah, sí. No, muy bien. Muy bien. Es lo que hay que hacer. Move to 5. Both games. Win 2-0. Easy. I'm so sad. Remade my annual deck after the ban and now Modern Monday and my game store is gone due to Corona. Yeah, that sucks. That just sucks. But yeah. And yeah, Dar said when you were saying about getting a double green source, like Ghost Quarter actually gives me a green source, so I don't really care. So that's why I didn't think that I needed to play around that. Unless my opponent was also playing Beast Within somehow. It's just not enough mana, unfortunately. We're super close to a turn 4 Titan with Dryad, which is very, very powerful. Rulo, thank you so much. Colorific, thank you for gifting the tier 1 subs to Rulo and Epic Divine. Thank you so much for the support. Up to 5 subs today, thank you so much. Yeah, I think I have to ship this, we need something better. Turn 4 Karn with Badlands. This hand does have potential, but yeah, we're gonna ship it. Now this is a hand, you know? We're gonna keep this hand, and we're gonna bottom Karn, and we're gonna bottom Radium Fountain, I think. Or Summoner's Pact. Turn 1, Amulet. Turn 2... Yeah, we actually have to bottom Radium Fountain here. Because we might need to pack for Restless Outright. Swift Spear. Badlands is in Modern Legal. Facts. Yeah, I always strongly recommend people to get the deck on Moto. I guess we might be dead here. Just might not matter. Any land, please? It's not any land. If my opponent has any Metamorphose, Kingfin hand, then we're just dead. Yeah, Kingfin is basic. Turn 2 Kingfin is basically unbeatable. Yeah. Lava Dart is effectively 1 mana, deal 10 damage right here, which is just absurd. 1 mana, 10 damage. Yeah, this is just lethal. Yeah, this is just lethal. Both teams tried hard. Dismembers, Uro, Rex Agent Forces, Bujuki Bog. I actually... Do I like Karn in this matchup? That's a good question. I kind of don't. Yeah, I definitely don't actually. Gonna get explosives, and I don't think Wormcoil Engine is very good here. Sorry, says my opponent, I am an Amulet player and I hate Prowess. Lol. You're good, you're good. Why force? Because we lose to Blood Moon. I don't think Ballista is good against Prowess. This is not good. This is not a good card against Prowess. I'm considering Wormcoil Engine, but I think it's kind of a trap, honestly. Oh, my word says Big Pack. Oh, thank you. You see, like, with this list, I don't think I can afford to side out scouts. It's so bad, though. It's just horrible. I guess I'm gonna have to anyway. It's just not a card. It's just not a card. What do I bring in? Like, all my cards are bad. I guess I play another land. Sure. Oh man, this sucks. Yeah, this list is not well prepared against the Prowess matchup for sure. This is a hand I have to keep. So if we find a bounce land though, this hand is pretty sweet. I guess any land would be nice because it would allow me to Dryad into Steerings. Any land, please. Thank you. Crumbling Vestige showing off right here. 1, 2, 3. Dryad fixing mana like a boss when we find Gruul Turf. Never didn't have it, chat. Never didn't have it. What is this? Metamorphose. This is a good sign for us for sure. Definitely a good sign for us. Yep, that's a great sign for us. Okay, so my opponent has Blood Moon in their hand, because this is the only reason why they would keep a non-creature Metamorphose Crash through hand. So they 100% have a Blood Moon in hand. So how do I beat that? By playing a 6/6 and attacking my opponent to death next turn, right? That's how we beat it. Sounds good. We found the line. Okay, cool. Giant, turf. So we're swinging for 10 here, plus Valakut. And even if they have Blood Moon, it just doesn't matter at this point. Valakut plus what? Tolaria West, I guess? It doesn't really matter, does it? I guess Field is just more of a kill. Can't set up lethal this turn, unfortunately. Oh, we could have, maybe. If I had found a bounce land plus Valakut, no, that wouldn't have been a kill. Yeah, we were still 1 damage short. We could have dealt 3 more, but it's fine. No, Vesuva isn't lethal. Vesuva cannot copy a land that is entering the battlefield at the same time as it does. So you cannot fetch for Valakut and Vesuva and copy Valakut. You can copy any of your other lands, but not Valakut. It would have been a kill with double Valakut, obviously, but again, Vesuva doesn't do it because it just doesn't work that way. Yep, it's not an obvious rule. I guess it kind of makes sense if you think about it, but it's not like blatantly obvious, you know. Copy bounce this, then cast second right. Yes, but if I do that, then I cannot cast the second right, right? Because I cannot bounce the Valakut because I would only have 1 mana. So I would not be able to cast the second right. It's not lethal. Like there's no lethal line there. There's no lethal line. There just isn't. Yeah, we bounce the bounce land and we play the second right and we only have 1 land drop. So we're only triggering 1 time. Yeah, it's not lethal. Well, we obviously cannot keep this hand that doesn't have a non-bounce land, right? We obviously cannot keep this hand that just doesn't have cards that we can cast. And I guess we have to keep this one. And I guess we just hope that my opponent is not on a Blood Moon hand. Because we just cannot beat a Blood Moon hand. ¿Qué hago con la sub? ¿Puedo entrar a Discord ahora? Sí, siempre puedes entrar a Discord. Ahí vas. Tenés que linkear, tenés que ir a settings y tenés que linkear tu Twitch account con tu Discord account. Y eso te va a dar acceso a todas las sideboard guides y todos los sub-only channels. Alright, so my opponent doesn't have a creature on 1, so we're either facing a turn to Kinfin, which we realistically cannot beat, or we're facing a Blood Moon hand. So this member off the top is probably the only way that we can win this game. This member. Huh! That's not it. So we're probably just dead here. Sí, de una. Yeah, we're super dead. We're super dead. I mean, this hand couldn't have beaten most. The average Prowess hand was just not beatable for this hand, though. What about playing 4 Heliod, 1 Spike Feeder, and 1 Ballista for a spicy version of Amulet? Let's say no. Let's say no, and take it from there, you know? Wow, interesting. I think we scoop to that. Yeah, we scoop to that. We just scoop to that. Remember the devoted druid amulet lists? I do remember. Hard to forget. I mean, to be fair, it was doing what we wanted it to do, right? It just beat on Hogak, which is all that I wanted that list to do. So I remember I was like X-0 on Hogak after like 8 matches or something. We always have this kind of luck when facing Prowess. Maybe. Yeah, this is not a keep. This is more of a keep. Still not amazing. But it's at least keepable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess we're gonna bottom. I think I bought on the Vestige. No, the Vesuva is the 6th mana source for us with this hand. The other thing to consider would have been to bottom the Snow-Covered Forest. But if I manage to draw a castle, then turn 1 Sacred Foundry, go. What the hell does that mean? It can't be burned, right? Huh. Alright, so my opponent's on a brew. We figured that out. My opponent is on some kind of brew. What is this? Red, green. Life from the Loam. Okay, so it's just a really, really bad Dredge hand. It sounds to me like a really bad... Yeah, it's a really bad Dredge hand. Okay, cool. So we don't have Bojuku Bog. We definitely have to be aware of that for sure. One, two, three, four. All right, we get a couple of Narcomoebas. Okay, so Imp. There's the Hills, and they also have a Cave in hand. They don't have a Cave anymore. Now they have a Loam. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do Valakut. We can do Valakut plus pass the turn. Okay. So this is 12. The opponent chomps. Yeah, this is still fine, right? Yeah, this is fine. We do have double green. Attack. Okay, so they did block. So I guess we do have green sources. So should I just copy Valakut here? It doesn't percent lethal. I guess it takes some of my opponents out, so I guess it's probably fine to copy Valakut here. Because my opponent now, they can't fetch and shock. So they're gonna need to like find... Well, I guess they have a chill now. Never mind. Never mind. Cathartic Reunion, Orox. Okay. For one, the play memes today without nice, Benigliardo. Congratulations. My first deck in Extended was Assault Lom. That deck was fun. I like that deck a lot. I like that deck a lot. I played Tatioma, busted. Nice. Yeah, okay, so we definitely need to play around Failure to Comply here. I mean, not here, but like post board, I mean. This game seems to be done though. Like my opponent's 3 cards are known. They are just imps. Yeah. Okay, Bog, thank you very much. I guess we like Karn. Dismembers. Actually, I'm going to bring in Beast within Impact. Explosives out. Because with my opponent having Failure to Comply, I think it's much less likely for them to also have Magus. So I'm going to assume that they don't have Magus of the Moon. We can probably shave a Karn, actually. Yeah, I guess Summoner's Pact is better than Karn. Geez, so many push-ups. Alright, we're gonna do 10. We're gonna do 10 real quick. You can't see right now, right? Okay, that's, I guess, one of the... Gonna have to move the camera a little bit. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Alright, sweet. Quick 10. Alright, down to 50. And this is not a keepable hand. Sure. Sure. Is that better? That's not better than... Yeah, that's actually better than bottom mid bounce land. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Yeah. We're gonna see if the Natty Bog gets there. Oh yeah. Turn 1 fetch shock. It would be... That's exactly what I was gonna say. It would be awesome if we drew any non-bog land that we can play, so we don't need to... We don't need to show our hand just yet. And Amulet is obviously the best thing we could have found there. Narcomoeba is good, that's not gonna win the game. Hola Diango, ¿cómo va? Sure. Hola Teddy. What's up? Good. Oh, just the camera. Good. Thank you. There we go. Also, Natty Buckman. I mean, I need to get him first, right? First, we gotta get him, which might probably happen just right about now. Let's see. It's gonna Dredge Thug. All right. Ancient Grudge. There we go. Do you see my tweet about being a control master for 4 years? I mean, that's basically who I am, Big Monkey, right? Loam. Okay, next turn we can... That's why I held out the Explore, because next turn we can bounce Landless Bog, replay Bog again. So if they do some stuff, we can just get them. Oh, that's pretty good though. So Thug, Loam, and that's it. Wow, they kind of whiffed there pretty hard. They kind of whiffed pretty hard. I actually have 50 to go. Jeez. They never end. They never end. Alright, so basically we have to survive one more turn. My opponent's mana was just horrible. No attacks. A show of strength. Do I want to back for Azusa here is the question. We're definitely doing this. But now that I have a second thing, do I want to pack for Azusa? Because if I pack for Azusa, I can cast Karn this turn. Is Karn even good right here? I think we just chill and we just tighten them next turn. It's just better. Spectators help me stay fit? Yeah, I guess. That's a way to look at it. 4 Bojuke and 1 Nuke bounce you I play. Maybe that's it. That's the trade. No, it's just the natty bog. You know, you just gotta have the natty bog. Push a command was almost bad as the replacing card command. Yeah. Karn disables Shriek Horn. PogChamp. Well, this doesn't matter, so we're just going to tighten them. That's 6 mana. That's prime time. Definitely getting Fountain. I don't want to get got by a bunch of Bloodghasts. And probably Rot Farm? I think I'm gonna get Rot Farm because it enables me to Beast Within if I have to. Sure. I can Beast Within my own stuff if I need to get a blocker, or I can simply just Beast Within like my opponent's Magus of the Moon or something like that. Like, given enough time, we're just going to win. So I just want to make sure that I have that time so I can win easily. Like, the more turns that go by, the better it gets for me. Interesting that they didn't upkeep activate merchant. I would imagine that that was the line. Yep, it was definitely better. If they were gonna do that, then it was probably better to do that in upkeep. Which golem are we playing? The only golem. The only good golem. Oh, silly me. Question. Real talk. Real talk here, chat. Do we? Now, let's not be silly. Let's just win this game. It was a funny thought, though. It was a funny thought. It was a funny thought right there that we had for a second, but... I kind of want to kill this guy, though. I think I'm going to Vesuva Fountain. Huh, with that scout draw. With that scout draw. I kind of want to use Stronghold to haste scout and be able to scout at instant speed. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is the best possible line here. Field is definitely enticing. I'm trying to see if I can Karn plus scout and haste. So I'm trying to see like what my options are, because I have a lot of them. I have a lot of options. I can also Pact for Dryad. Is Pact for Dryad lethal? I attack, I kill Merchant, and I 6 them. Vesuva, bounce itself. Yeah, I think I actually want to Pact for Dryad here. Because that's, I think that's actually lethal if I'm not mistaken. So let's go for the actual lethal line, shall we? Always yes, always yield. Good thing of this deck is that we have a lot of options. Yes, yes we do. Yes we do. And sometimes the options are straight up just kill them right here, which is the case right now. Also, this is kind of hot too. We get to scout. Second land drop, we get to haste scout, and we get to do it again if we wanted to. So we actually had 6 more damage that we could deal. Two and two. Yeah, shooting the merchant would have been the exact amount of damage. Exactly the same amount of damage. All right. I was gonna do 10 more, but then Moto is like, no, I got you. Let me help you out here. I'm like, oh, thanks, Moto. Yes. What matchups? we have gotten. We played against Mono Green Tron and Dredge, which we beat, and then we played against Turn 3 Titan, no big deal. Then we played against Green, Red Black Goblins, which we lost against, and what was the other thing? We lost against something else that I don't remember right now. Giant. Giant. Have you run into the murder deck thoughts? I have not, but for what what I have seen of people like posting about it and stuff, it looks pretty fun but bad. Like I'm not sure it's better than Ad Nauseam. Maybe it is though. I have not played a single game against it. Got a thought, not seer. Good for you. They did fetch for a Tron piece, so it's possible that they have actual Tron, which is probably the only way that they can probably win here. I think we do not have any. Oh, what am I even saying? So I want to get in max damage here because like the best thing my opponent can do here is to Tron into Ensnaring Bridge and stuff. And then we just packed for Dryad. Oh, I should have transmitted there actually. That was a mistake. I should have transmitted there and held the pact in hand because if they thought not seer, then they cannot Karn plus. They cannot Karn plus bridge me. And Karn plus bridge me is the only thing I'm afraid of. And now if they have Chalice plus Karn plus bridge, I actually get locked out. No, I don't. They have 7 cards in hand. What am I even saying? The zombies just get there. Sweet. Feels good, man. Why are we off Battlements? Because Battlements suck and it's very, very bad. So I don't like playing very, very bad cards in my deck. So I don't. I never. I mean, if you've been watching the stream, you know that I never liked Battlements. How hard is it to play Titan Line? It feels like it's super difficult. No, once you get a hang of it, it's actually very. It's pretty straightforward. In fact, there's a lot of things that are very, very nice in terms of you get to this. By the way, right now I'm trying out what Punt said when I'm just not playing bringing in this member. I thought it was an interesting idea that Punt suggested yesterday, so I'm gonna give that a shot and just not bring in this member, just not respect their beatdown plan and see what's up. But yeah, Bane of Amulet a little. We have been seeing different people. Nice. But no, once you get the idea, once you get a hang of it, it's actually pretty straightforward. And it's nice that you get to do stuff like, for example, when you resolve your primetime trigger or your summoner's back, like your entire deck just shows up in front of you, like organized and everything. So it's like very nice in that sense. Because you like, especially as you're getting familiar with the deck in the very beginning, you can like see everything in front of you, which will help you a lot in terms of like getting familiar with like the EC lines and stuff like that. What about Golos? I think Golos is really bad. And I don't think I like this hand. Like, if I had any single resource, this hand would be absolute gasoline, but we don't, so this hand is better. Huh. It's actually an interesting predicament right here. Should we play around Chalice on 1? And Blast Zone? I think I'm just gonna bottom the Snow-Covered Forest here. Seeing your last laid out is way easier than fumbling through the deck. Yeah, exactly. That's the point I was trying to make. Why not T-West? Because we double amulet, this T-West represents 2 mana instead of 1. If that makes sense. Chalice on 1 OP? Mind Stone. Okay. That one we can beat. Chalice for 0 is annoying though. Yeah. That's actually quite annoying there. Easy life. Well, I guess I do have to play into Blast Zone, which sucks. If my opponent has a Blast Zone here, we get super blown out. But I don't think I can play around it. Also, Thought Knot would be really, really annoying. If they have a Smasher, we just win. Karn, the Great Creator, we would also beat Karn, the Great Creator, very easily. Ballista, yeah, we beat that one too. We beat that one as well. Real question here, do we double strike? I don't think that forcing the chump here does much for us. So I'm trying to see if there's like any superior line. There has to be some superior line. So we do have a T-West already, which we can go find explosives if we need to, and we can pay colorless with either this or this. We have a T-West in hand, so I would kind of like to have access to a blue source in play, so that makes me want to get Breeding Pool. I guess Windswept Heath is just better. And then Ghost Quarter? Yeah, like the only way that I lose here is if my opponent has Tron into the nuts, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So should I play Forcing the Champ is good against this member? Yeah, but I don't care about this member, right? Because I'm just winning the game other ways. I can transmute for Chalice that blows up this, and then I pack for another Titan. Yeah, Breeding Pool gives me more mana. Transmute for E. I don't want to transmute for E right now because I can't cast it. There's a Chalice on 0. So I'm trying to think what the worst possible what the worst case scenario is for me. And the worst case scenario for me is my opponent goes and Tron into all this dust, I guess. So I do like Ghost Quarter here. And I guess Ghost Quarter Field? Or Windswept Heath. I think it's between Windswept Heath and Field. No, if they had Dismember, they would have already played it, right? Because they would have killed my Titan before attacking. That's why I went for it, because my opponent just doesn't have Dismember mana. So I think I like Ghost Quarter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If there's a better line than just double striking here. Like, I'm trying to play around the worst case scenario, so I think I like Ghost Quarter for sure. Because Ghost Quarter prevents the absolute worst case scenario. The absolute worst case scenario is my opponent finishes Tron and they either all is dust, or even worse, they Karn- for a bridge, and then I can't attack anymore. So that's the worst case scenario that I'm trying to prevent. And then after that, it's probably either, I guess, something like Tolaria West. I guess Tolaria West is probably fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tolaria West. I'm gonna go with Tolaria West. So if my opponent even has like something that they can, if they can answer my Titan, I don't really care. Why T-West? Because it's a blue source, which is the thing that I care about the most right now. It's a blue source, and it makes it so I can very, very easily just sacrifice this land for something. I can just like, if I need to switch gears, I can quote unquote waste one Tolaria West because I already have another one. Like, I'm not short on green sources, I'm not short on blue sources now, and I kind of have everything covered here. That's one less blue than he would have been. Yeah, but I already have the blue that I need. And in fact, next turn I'm gonna need to probably I'm gonna be playing Karnmulet Vestige, because Vestige actually gives me the colorless that I need for to blow up the Chalice, so I can force the action here. So we're gonna play Vestige. Load colorless. And this is nice because it forces the action of my opponent. So transmute, because it's gonna blow out the ballista as well. So if they have Dismember, they kind of have to use it right now. Yeah, I won't get one. Yeah, here we go. So Dismember clears prime time. That's fine. We don't really care. Because now we know what we have to transmute for, right? So explosives, played for 0. Pass the turn. Yeah. So this way we can play around second Chalice. Even if they thought not away my Summoner Pact, I don't care. I already have another Summoner Pact in here because I set it up last turn. I would have not been able to do anything different. I honestly think that the line that I took was just the best line. I'm not 100% sure, but unless somebody presents me with a different line that they think would have been better, I'm pretty sure that that was the best thing, because it covers against the worst case scenario, and it also just sets up for the game to just be over. Sure, whatever, we'll just I guess we'll just actually win here, but we didn't need to draw this, right? Because I just set it up. So No, I played the. So that's a trick that you can do with engineered explosives. If there's a chalice on 0 on board, you of course cannot play explosives for 0, right? So what I did is I set it up with and I paid 1 with Crumbling Vestige. You can do it with any of your colorless lands, so all of these lands, or Vesuva if it's copying a colorless land, obviously. So what you do is you just pay a colorless mana in order to play explosive for X equals 1, but the way Sunburst works is it looks at the colors I used, but since you paid colorless, you didn't use any colors, so the engineered explosives is just good, you know? Best line is always draw Titan. Yeah, of course, but what I'm trying to say is like I set it up in such a way that I didn't need to draw Titan. I was already good to go. So yeah, that's a pretty straightforward line. It's a pretty like common line against Chalice decks. Still learning new things? Yeah, for sure, Wecht. There's always new things to learn with this deck, which is a big part of why I've been playing it for 5 years and I still find it exciting and new and interesting. Alright, so we got the 3-2. Another 3-2. This is like the third 3-2 in a row with this list. With Amulet. Just trying different stuff. My best EE line was against Burn as KCI. Cast Burn. I cast. Oh. EE for GG, red, and then popped off to. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, you can do some things like that. Another trick with explosives is like stuff like Thalia and Damping Sphere don't really tax you because when with a Thalia in play, you can play explosives for X equals 1 by paying, I don't know, like red and green. And it would be X equals 1, but it will have 2 colors because of sunburn and sunburst, sorry. And but the X is equals 1. So if your opponent has a Thalia and a Chalice on 1, you actually do need to spend 1 more mana, which is hilarious because otherwise your explosives will get countered. And the same thing applies with Damping Sphere. Explosives X5, Sunburst 3 is great against Queller. Yep, that's another very common interaction. Or yeah, that kind of stuff is just, you know, it's just pretty sweet. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. We're gonna be playing another league right now, so don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the next video. Bye bye.